Hello and welcome today. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna make a math video, which is a terrible idea because I'm gonna do it without any visual aids. Like, I'm not gonna be able to write down numbers or anything. And it's not that I can't, it's just that I'm too lazy. So I'm gonna do a math video without any sort of writing. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, okay, so what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be proving infinity equals 0. You'll see how. And I'm not actually sure exactly what's wrong with my proof, because clearly infinity doesn't equal 0. So there must be something wrong, but I don't know what it is exactly, I don't think. Let's see. So, suppose you have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, and you add infinity ones. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Infinity. That's clearly that number clearly is infinite because you have an infinite number of ones, and that's basically pretty close to the definition of infinity. So sure, right? That number's infinite. That no one cares. So forget about that for a second. Just remember that sequence, that sum is infinite. So next we're going to take the sum 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 and so on. And you can clearly see that this is also infinite. So we have these, so this, the infinite series, what's special about it? Well, not much, but I'm going to show you. So first what we're going to do, we're going to take 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, you know, infinitely, that whole thing. And I'm going to add 0 to it. And that clearly doesn't change the value. 0 plus anything is just itself. And you can see this by subtracting them. What we do is we do 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, so on, minus 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, and so on. And you can see that 1 lines up with 1 and cancels out and gets 0, and 2 lines up with 2, and so on, infinitely. And you have the 0 left over at the beginning, but who cares, because 0 equals 0, and the difference is still 0. It's like negative 0, but negative 0 basically equals 0. Yeah, I think negative 0 equals 0. So now we have this sequence, two sequences. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7, so on infinitely. And 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, and so on. And that's also infinity. But more importantly, has the same value because the difference is 0. Now, what if we subtract them again, but we just shift it a little bit? So, instead of lining up 1 with 1, we line up 0 with 1, and then, because 0's on the bottom, remember? I did that on purpose. And now, if you go back and listen to that part again, you'll see why. So, right, so now we shift it over a little bit. So now we put the 0 underneath the 1, and then next to the 0 there's a 1, which we put underneath the 2, and then we put that 2 underneath, the 2 on the bottom underneath the 3. And you can continue that out infinitely. And because it's infinite, the shift doesn't move anything out of place on the top, or from the last one, where every number matched up with one number on the top. They still do that because it's infinity. And that's how infinity works. Infinity plus 1 is still infinity. We can still match up the numbers 1 to 1 for each other. So I'm not uncovering anything by shifting the bottom over 1, but I am showing you that 1 minus 0 is 1, and 2 minus 1 is 1. See, when you shift it, instead of getting all zeros in the denominator, you get all ones in the denominator. Not the denominator. Crap. Instead of having a bunch of zeros as the answer for your subtraction, the difference, you get all these ones. 1 plus 1 plus 1, plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. An infinite number of ones, which I was just talking about earlier, equaling infinity. And you agreed with me. I heard you. Don't try to back out on it now, because we can see that this difference between these two numbers, that is seemingly, this is the difference between these two numbers, which is seemingly 0, because we literally put 0 on one of them. The difference that looked like 0 now looks like infinity. And of course it doesn't look like infinity, because you can't actually see anything. This is just a video of the road, and you may not be able to hear me because there's cars in the background. And I mean, you can see my bike handlebars. Here, I'll put in some fingers. So, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is infinity. 0 plus anything is that same thing. Infinity plus 0 is still infinity. They're the same. Equal to. But infinity minus infinity also equals infinity. And infinity equals 0. See what I did there with my hands? It's because I'm lazy. Yep. Okay, that's what I wanted to have a video about.